A Georgia woman breaks the law for some discounted Chick-fil-A. Tara Solemn has been charged with impersonating an officer to get a discount at the fast food restaurant. Solemn first went through the drive-thru to try to convince employees of her, quote, credentials. Well, that didn't work, so she went inside and told management she was working undercover. She then allegedly called the fast food chain's corporate offices in Atlanta to complain.
How can you charge her? I really can't.
She was creative.
My daughter would do that.
Starting tomorrow, it might be a little harder to sneak food into a movie at Cinemark.
In a post on its website, Cinemark says any bag bigger than 12 by 12 by 6 will not be allowed into theaters. There will be exceptions for medical equipment bags and diaper bags. The change, though, is similar to the one the NFL made back in 2013. Cinemark says the change is part of an effort to enhance the safety and security of guests and employees, but we'll see if people can still sneak those milk duds in.
Juice boxes and everything.
Yeah. Jeff Bezos, that's right, Jeff Bezos, the man recently labeled as the richest person on Earth. He's spending $42 million on a clock.
Take a look at this. The clock's construction's going on inside a mountain in West Texas. The $42 million oversized 10,000-year timepiece is going to make special chimes on the 100th, 1,000th, and the 10,000th anniversary of its installation. Aside from those three moments, it's just a really big, expensive clock.
But those are three big moments. I mean, that's worth it. That's totally worth it.
Local 4 News at 6 is next.
That's worth it, isn't it, Devin?
It's fine. It's no Shinola, but it's fine.
Exactly.
It's fine. Oregon stories coming up from Troy, River Rouge, and Northville. And here's Rod Maloney.
For all of us, preventing identity theft is a full-time job.
Security card and driver's license. You know, I'm fed up of it, Rod.
Well, it turns out that a local utility is sending extremely sensitive information to just a regular guy. We'll have his story.
The potholes are a nuisance, inconvenient, dangerous, and beyond that, a story of money. And depending upon your perspective, good news or bad news.
To be live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
He waited more than 25 years to get out of prison, and now Thomas Hyers is back behind bars.
A copy of someone's driver's license and other sensitive information falling into the wrong hands, but fortunately, they're doing the right thing with it.
And if the roads aren't flooded, they're littered with potholes. A big change in the weather coming at a price, and frustration is growing across Metro Detroit.
Good to have you with us for Local 4 News at 6. The rain finally seems to be done with us, but probably just for a while.
Exactly. Ben's got a look at what to expect tonight. Hi, Ben.
Hey, guys. Yeah, the one headache's done. The rain has stopped falling, but now we got to deal with all that water that's sitting around on the streets and on the rivers and the creeks. All these areas that are shaded in green are under flood warnings currently, including the River Raisin, the Rouge River, the Lower Rouge. Looks like Mill Creek back in Dexter is back under a warning. Actually, that's not correct. That warning has been canceled. The Clinton River and then multiple rivers up in Genesee County, all under flood warnings until further notice. So when you look at the rainfall totals, you can tell that the highest totals were out here in parts of Livingston and Washtenaw County, and then those totals got lower as you work your way back to the south and east. But because of the way the water is going to be moving downstream, a lot of places are going to be experiencing flooding that didn't see some of the higher totals. Right now, all that rain is to the south, and that's where it's going to stay, at least for now. We'll show you our next shot of rain and the problem we're going to see tonight coming up in just a few minutes, Devin.
We're hearing the question a lot. Have the roads ever been this bad this early in the year? Tough to remember anything like the number of very deep and dangerous potholes we're seeing around Metro Detroit right now. Jason Colthorpe tracking the worst of it from the newsroom. Jason.
Well, Devin, road crews tell me they think this is the worst they've seen. And when we look at the video every night, when we go out and do these stories, we've seen it. I mean, people hitting these potholes, blowing tires, wrecking rims. We're showing it almost on a daily basis in our newscast. And here's some more of it. While work crews are doing the best they can, we shot this today. Our photographer Jamal Bransford got this on Mound Road. Of course, one of the worst roads out there. This is between 11 and 12 Mile. And just look how slow people are going to try and avoid and be able to maneuver around some of these potholes. We posted a poll on Nextdoor today, and these are just some of the numerous comments we got. And we want to read a couple from you. Laura from Southfield says, "What gets me is how these contractors get away with repairing certain streets and highways only to have them torn up the very next year. I assume they're using material that is equivalent of spit and paste." You know, A lot of people think that or are upset like that. Harold from Shelby Township thinks everyone should be contacting their state senator and representative with complaints. Nothing will be done about this otherwise. Your hard-earned tax dollars are not at work here. Steve Garagiola is out there today, and he's hearing a lot of this same sentiment. He's out there looking for the worst of the worst. And as we say, that's a pretty tall task. Steve, what do you see?
Well, I tell you, Jason, one thing I've discovered today with potholes, it's all in how you look at it. If, for example, you have damage to your vehicle and you're thinking about making a claim to MDOT, that story is bad news. If, on the other hand, you should own a tire business, you have hit the jackpot. Perspective is everything. The epidemic of craters and canyons on our roads causing major damage to a lot of vehicles is frustrating, inconvenient, but most of all expensive.
And it's not just in Detroit or in Taylor or in Royal Oak. It's everywhere.
It is really frustrating. I mean, I've hit a lot of potholes in the past couple of weeks, so I just think it's kind of ridiculous.
If your vehicle has been damaged by hitting a pothole, you might consider filing a claim with MDOT. Good luck with that. To get any money, you must prove that the damage happened on a state trunk line. Those are the roads with IM or US before the number. You must prove that MDOT failed to maintain the roadbed. You need to prove that MDOT knew the condition and had opportunity to repair it, and that the pothole was there for more than 30 days. Bottom line, don't waste your time. Your chances of getting money from MDOT for damage are just about zero. There is a flip side to the money story. Though he takes no joy in your suffering, for someone like John Suker, potholes are good business.
Well, it is good for business. As far as people go, we certainly don't wish anyone any ill will. And what we want to do is we want to provide them with a service. We want to get them back running as soon as we can.
John says he can't remember a pothole season worse than this one.
Well, this is among the worst. It was either this year or 3 years ago when it was the worst.
Well, I have just blacked 3 years ago from my memory, I guess, because I have never seen anything like this. So bottom line, for cost, go to your insurance company and try there, and just be safe out there. Jason?
It's so frustrating, Stephen. The best advice everybody has is all you can do is report it. If it's bad enough, they'll get out there and fix it as quick as possible. All those numbers are on clickondetroit.com. And remember, in Macomb County, if it's bad enough, you can just call 911, guys.
Wow, we could just start tallying up the money that it's costing
so
everybody.
much, yeah.
All right, Jason, moving on now to the other big problem that's been caused by the rain and thaw, and that is the flooding.
Our Paula Tutman has been out and about talking with people dealing with high water in their neighborhoods, and Paula, it is quite a mess.
It is a mess. I don't think you really expect to see an island in the middle of Macomb County, but here it is. This is Davis, but you could also call it Oceanside Drive today. It's not that the folks who live on Davis and Utica didn't know their rental homes were smack dab in the middle of a floodplain. It's that they didn't know how deep the water could get. Today, their homes became islands as the North Branch Clinton River swallowed the ground around them.
Everything's dry inside.
Okay, so you have a good sump pump?
Yes,
all right.
Good sump pumps in there. If those were to fail, then yeah, then we would have a little bit of a problem. This is a first for us, definite first. We've lived here just under a year now, and this is the first time this has ever happened.
Getting to work took ingenuity and commitment. There's nothing like a fishing boat and a man with a shovel.
We still got power, no water in the house, nothing like that. It's just getting back and forth to work is the main thing. She had to work today, so we had her park over here on the corner, and I had to transport her last night back and forth to the house, and then this morning back and forth.
By boat?
By boat.
Yes, they've lived here long enough to know the water rises, but last night, Trevor Rose said the water rose so rapidly and got so deep, so fast, he was actually frightened for his family, which includes a 4-year-old.
The police showed up around 3:30 yesterday, and they warned us that the Clinton River was about to overflow. And I kid you not, within 15 minutes, the Clinton River just, I mean, this happened quickly, very quickly.
Yeah, you know what? This is really, really scary stuff. We talked to a hydrologist today. That's actually an expert. They're a lot like meteorologists. They work at the National Weather Service, and they can actually forecast where the flood zones are. And this, by the way, is not as bad as it gets today. It gets worse tonight, guys.
Absolutely incredible. Okay, Paula, thank you. The city of Northville issues a boil water advisory effective tonight. It will start at 11:30 when repairs begin on a valve on the main line. The boil water advisory will be in effect for at least 48 hours. During that time, residents may experience a reduction or loss of water pressure. Northville Township residents and businesses are not affected.
Breaking news now. One of Ford's top executives is out over allegations of inappropriate behavior. Ford's North America president Raj Nair is leaving the company effective immediately. Move comes after an internal review found Nair's behavior violated the automaker's code of conduct. Nair's been Ford's president of North America since June of last year. No replacement named just yet.
Tonight we have the story of how people apparently already ID theft victims came close to getting hit again. Except one Detroit man said he wouldn't let it happen, and he called us here at Local 4. Rod Maloney is live with a story tonight. So, Rod, what happened here?
Well, Kimberly, his name is Rodney Simpson. He lives in the city of Detroit, and he's been getting junk mail in the mail. But it's very special and important junk mail. It's from the DTE ID Fraud Prevention Department. Turns out they've been sending him people's identities, the entire dossier on these people. And he says, I don't know why I'm getting it, and I don't want it. What would you do if you received packets full of another person's personal information? Really personal, like a photocopy of their social security card, number included, a photocopy of a driver's license with address and number. How about banking information, account numbers and all? It's all in here in the packet that Rodney received yesterday and much more. Rodney sent the first one back to DTE.
I figured they made a mistake.
And so what'd you do?
So I called him and I told him. The woman said, put it back in the envelope, Rodney, and send it back to us. I put it back in the envelope, mailed it to him.
Over the past 4 months, they just kept coming, and he's at once concerned, horrified, and angry.
Now, this is the third one, man. I'm fed up with this here. I don't want this here. You know, I already had one identity theft. I see why they have identity theft, because DTE and them sending them the information. The identity theft people.
If he were an identity thief, he'd be in clover, fully able to victimize these people already victimized. But that's not his style.
That ain't my thing. And, you know, I'm doing transportation right now, man. You know, I ain't into stealing.
Rodney thinks it's an address mix-up, but in today's day and age, he says, it shouldn't happen this way, especially with the state's largest utility.
I love DTE and them. They've been good to me. I pay my bill, you know, but I'm fed up with this.
Yeah.
Enough is enough.
We talked to DTE today. They sent us a statement saying that this is an isolated incident that they're investigating to try and figure out how to prevent it from happening in the future. We'll keep an eye on it. Reporting live, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
We need more of him on TV.
Absolutely.
Isn't he great? Yeah. All right, Rod. We're learning more about the tragic double murder-suicide of an Oakland County woman and her 2 young children. Investigators say 2-year-old Dariel Walker and 3-year-old Michaela Walker were shot by their 31-year-old mother, Nikita Landrum, who then killed herself. Bodies were discovered yesterday behind an industrial building in Bangor Township. Investigators still don't know how long the bodies had been there.
Meanwhile, River Rouge police are investigating a fire that killed a mother of 2. It happened February 16th in River Rouge on the 400 block of Polk. Family members of the victim say they believe the fire is suspicious. Here's Local 4's Larry Spruill.
Flowers and balloons now sit outside this home after it caught on fire. Police say a young woman died on the 2nd floor. I spoke with neighbors. They tell me they knew the woman. They were home when the fire started.
It's sad. It's just sad. And then that's real close, man. It's real close.
Too close for comfort, says Darnell Sapp. He stays just 2 doors from where this home caught on fire last week.
My neighbor stayed on this side. She ran over to my door banging. We came out and it was just in flames.
Detective Desuma Mitchell with the River Rouge Police Department says the mother of 2, Candace Harrington, died inside the home.
Upon extinguishing the fire, they did locate a female inside in one of the upper bedrooms. She was unresponsive.
Mitchell tells me there were 3 other people inside the home, but they made it out alive. Candace Harrington's family sent me these pictures of her. They tell me they believe the fire was started from a firebomb. I asked police about that claim.
We've looked into that right now. All points is showing no evidence of a firebomb, but like I said, that fire is still being investigated by the River Rouge Fire Department.
And police have interviewed 2 out of 3 of the people that were inside the home during the fire. They are still waiting to interview the 3rd person. And as you just heard, the police sergeant, he tells me that this fire is still under investigation. Reporting live tonight, I'm Larry Spruill, Local 4.
All right, Larry. Trouble in the parking lot outside a local elementary school. You'll find out where 2 parents got into it right in the drop-off area in a minute.
We'll have that, plus a man released from prison after being cleared of a murder charge 25 years later is now back behind bars. Find out why next.
5-time champ.
5 years after being freed from prison and cleared of a murder charge, Thomas Hires is back behind bars. Hires was arrested in Mount Clemens on Sunday on charges of beating his estranged wife. It was back in 1988. Hires and his brother were given life sentences for a murder in Detroit, but after 25 years in prison, they were set free. 2 years after that, they were exonerated of that crime. Hires is now, though, being held on a $20,000 bond.
The drop-off line at Hamilton Elementary in Troy got a little heated this morning. 2 women got into a fight that turned physical after one of them cut the other off. They both got out of their cars, and eventually one woman was pushed to the ground. The incident is still under investigation, and no charges have been filed.
Now to Good Health, new insight into how teenage brains develop. Scientists say certain situations increase the odds of risky behavior by rewarding it in the brain. Dr. Frank McGeorge here to explain. Doc?
Scientists studying the teenage brain say when a teen is surrounded by peers, he or she is more likely to push the boundaries and take chances. But there may be some steps parents and teens can take to reduce that risky behavior.
It's no secret teens are risk takers. Andrew McWilliams admits he pushes the envelope when there's an audience.
If you're by yourself, you don't really want to try something that crazy. But if you got friends hyping you up, then it's a lot easier to do.
Andrew's not alone. Researchers at Temple University monitored teen brains during a driving simulation. During the test, teens had to decide whether or not to stop at a yellow light. The goal was to finish the course as fast as possible while trying not to crash. Researchers used the intercom to tell teens they had friends nearby watching and making predictions about their performance. Researchers saw activation in 2 regions of the teens' brains that process rewards.
So the first thing to know is teens make more risky choices when their friends are watching them. In and of itself, it says to parents, be aware that even a good teen, even a smart teen, even a teen that has good information about their behavior is likely to behave differently when they're in the presence of their friends or when they think they're in a social environment.
Scientists also had teens aged 13 to 17 complete memory training exercises every day for a month and found those teens took fewer risks when being watched by their peers.
They're still waiting for their cognitive control systems to come online, but we might be able to give that system a boost.
Now, more research is planned into the impact of memory training. For now, researchers say parents should make sure that they know their kids' friends well and try to limit their opportunities to engage in reckless behavior. Back to you.
Many a parent has tried to figure out what is going on in that head of yours. Yes, interesting. All right, thanks, Doc. Well, we are getting finally a break from the rain.
But more to come, right?
Yeah, look at all the flooding we were just looking at.
It's a mess.
Yeah,
problems are still there.
Yeah, at least the rain has stopped and the snow has stopped melting. So we've stopped contributing to the problem, but now we just got to clean up the mess. What you're looking at here is where it is probably going to be some of the worst flooding. This is the North Branch Clinton River, and you can see that the river levels have been rising now into moderate flood stage and will stay there for Wednesday and Thursday. Even though the river will be decreasing on Thursday, it's going to stay above flood stage all the way through Friday. So things are not looking good there in Macomb County, and that's just one of several rivers we showed you at the top of the show that's got problems with flooding. We've gotten tons of pictures in on storm pins. This is from Flat Rock. This is the Huron River down there. A playground just is inundated. From Beverly Hills, a little tongue-in-cheek humor. This is just a reminder, the number 5 place to live in Michigan. So we pass that along. And Countdown Kim. Do these guys know something that we don't? Somebody's starting to get a little head start on spring. What did you say, 26 days? 26 days to spring. We're just around the corner. We're 37. Warm air has been pushed to the south, but what a difference from yesterday when we were setting records. 23 degrees colder right now. So the rain's to the south, but you can start to see a little bit of a bubble, a little wave along that line. That may brush us tomorrow, even though most of us are going to be dry through the day on Thursday. See just a possibility of a snowflake down there in our south zone in the morning. That's going to be about it. But once we get into Friday morning, everybody gets another chance of precipitation, and this could start out as freezing rain before becoming all liquid as we get through the day on Friday. Rainfall amounts, even though Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we're expecting rain, total numbers are going to range from about 1/4 of an inch to about 1/2 of an inch, so shouldn't cause any serious concerns on top of what we already have. Lows tonight are going to cause some problems. Down below freezing everywhere, 26 in the city. South zone, you'll be in the mid-20s as well. So that means all of this standing water is going to be frozen solid once we get into the morning hours. 20s in the north zone too. Wind chills will likely be in the teens, even with just a little bit of a breeze. We'll make it to 39, so we will melt a thaw again tomorrow as we get into the afternoon. And warmer numbers coming in that 7-day forecast. 40s come back Friday through the weekend, but so does the rain. And again, even though it's going to be around, the drops will be falling. The amounts are going to be a lot less than what we just
Best thing stretch though temperature-wise. I mean, it's still February. We've got a ways to go, and that's looking more like spring weather.
Yeah, early next week when we get the sun to go with those 40s.
Yeah,
It'll be
about
nice.
that.
Yeah. All right. Bernie's coming up with sports. Stay with us for that.